Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Xbox tutorial. In today's tutorial, I wanted to go over a minecart arrival and departure station. And now, previously, I had believed that these stations weren't the best to set up and that all the designs were kind of convoluted and not as simple and efficient as they could be. And so what I wanted to do was, I wanted to make the most hands-free, compact, and resource-light minecart station that I could, and I think I came up with a really solid design. So let's take a look at how this works. So as you can see, it's very flush with the ground. The only thing that's sticking up is the cactus. And so all you have to do whenever you want to use this is go over here and step on the pressure plate. A minecart will pop up. You simply just push forward on the thumbstick, and when you come back into the station, as you can see, your minecart disappears and goes into the hopper, and you are safely ejected on the other side, not on the pressure plate side, but on the other side of the station, and you are free to roam around. So let's see that again. So just pressure plate, minecart, push your stick forward, and then when you come into the station, you are popped off on the other side just like so. And it's a really compact design, guys. It is a 4 by 2 area that takes up the whole thing. Alright guys, well let's get ready to build the most simple and most elegant solution for a minecart station. Alright, let's get started. Alright guys, so to get started on this build, what we're going to do is, this is kind of step 0, so this is just going to give you an idea of the kind of depth and dimensions that we're going to be taking up. Don't worry about this, this is not part of the design, this is just to give you a look underground. So we're going to be going about 3 blocks underground underneath the track level, and we're just going to need a cactus and a pressure plate, and so as you can see, this is the top profile of this design. Alright, so let's move on to the first step. Alright, so once you know where your track is going to end, make sure it runs right into a cactus, and delete the track right before the cactus and replace that with a hopper. Now underneath the hopper, place a chest, and underneath that chest place another hopper, but keep in mind you want this hopper to be feeding into this block. Now you can have any block here for now. We're gonna be changing this out in later steps, but just make sure that this hopper is pointed directly into this block. And now an easy way to do this is to grab yourself a hopper, and you're going to want to crouch and then look at the face that you want the little nozzle to be pointed to, and then simply left click. And so as you can see, I'm crouching and I'm left clicking, so that's where whatever direction you are looking at, or whatever face you are looking at, is where your hopper nozzle will go. Okay, and just another note that the cactus needs to be on sand for it to grow, so just make sure you have a little sand block right there and you're good to go. Alright, on to the next step. So that block that your hopper was facing into, we want to put 2 droppers. Now these are different than dispensers, and you can tell that they're a little bit different because they have a little bit different of a kind of more rectangular shape where items get spit out. And so you're just going to want to put 2 droppers facing up, like so. Alright. Now, as you can see here, on top of those 2 droppers, you're going to want to put a dispenser. Now, if you accidentally put a dropper where this dispenser's got to go, it would just spit out the actual minecart item, and it wouldn't actually put a rideable minecart on the tracks. It would just be the item kind of floating there on the tracks. So make sure that this top block here is a dispenser, and once you have that placed, go ahead and place track on top of the dispenser and on top of the hopper, and on the block on the other side. Now you can put this pressure plate on either side, but in terms of this tutorial, I'm gonna put it on this side. You'll see in the next step that it's really easy, that it'll be really easy to change which direction it's on. But I go ahead and just put a block with a pressure plate on it right next to that dispenser. Okay, now on to the next step. So, underneath that block with the pressure plate, go ahead and dig out an area and go ahead and make a redstone staircase, like so. So put a piece of redstone right underneath that block, staircase down one, and staircase again, and then your redstone line should end up right underneath the first dropper. So simply it should look just like so. And that is all to the design, guys. So let me just show you that it works. Let me get a minecart. So to simulate this, we're going to put a minecart as it's coming into the station. The cactus breaks it. The minecart goes through the hopper system and into the bottom dropper. Alright, now when you first put in a minecart, the thing to keep in mind is that when it's all the way at the bottom, this is not a completely active item elevator, so you're going to need to step on the pressure plate a few times, and as you can see, those few times have moved that one minecart up to the top dispenser. So if you have a bunch of minecarts in here, this isn't going to be a problem, but in case that there's not a minecart when you first step on the pressure plate, just go ahead and step back, and then just step on it a few more times, and you'll see that a minecart pops up and you're ready to go. And you just have to push forward on your thumbstick and you are good to go. So as you can see, when there's a bunch of minecarts in there, all it's going to take is the initial cycle and this station will be good to go. So as you can see, one minecart got moved up, and you just need to do this a few more times. Alright, so now you have a minecart ready to go. But now that there's actually minecarts in the system, there will be a minecart every time you step on the pressure plate. Alright guys, now this minecart station was an effort to make minecarts more approachable and just kind of stations and everything just more like easy to build in survival especially, and kind of more approachable to everybody and to make them more fun and easy to use. And I really think being ejected and being able to not have to deal with pushing buttons or anything like that is going to really help out people. And as you can see, it's a really resource light build. You can eliminate this chest as well and make it one less tall. This chest is just for extra storage. So you can go ahead and eliminate that completely and just make the hopper run directly into the dispenser. In fact, you could even make it so that there's only this one hopper and this one dispenser, and that this minecart will just pop up one minecart at a time, just from this one dispenser. So this is like the fanciest version of this build, but you guys can edit and do anything you want to it. But I hope this has been helpful, guys, and let me know if there's anything I could have done different. But alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.